Shambhala, often referred to as the Hidden Kingdom or Land of Pure Bliss, is a mystical realm said to be located somewhere deep in the mountains of Central Asia, inaccessible to most but visible to the spiritually awakened. Its origins and symbolism are deeply rooted in Tibetan Buddhism, where it holds profound spiritual and philosophical significance. More than a mythical place, Shambhala is considered a metaphor for enlightenment and inner peace, a beacon of hope in a world of suffering. Throughout history, Shambhala has captured the imagination of spiritual seekers, adventurers, and scholars alike. What is Shambhala? Shambhala is believed to be a utopian kingdom, untouched by the impurities of the modern world. It is said to be a place of immense wisdom, beauty, and harmony, where the inhabitants lead enlightened lives free from suffering and greed. Some legends describe it as a physical location, hidden in the remote valleys of the Himalayas, while others interpret it as a spiritual realm that can only be accessed through personal awakening and deep meditation. In Tibetan Buddhism, Shambhala is not just a faraway kingdom. It is a symbol of inner peace and ultimate enlightenment. According to the teachings, Shambhala exists as a physical place but also as a spiritual state, and its essence is accessible to those who strive for purity of mind and heart. Historical origins of Shambhala in the Kalachakra Tantra. The concept of Shambhala is closely tied to the Kalachakra Tantra, one of the most important teachings in Tibetan Buddhism. The Kalachakra, meaning wheel of time, represents the cycle of time and the interconnectedness of all things, both cosmically and internally. It's within this profound text that Shambhala first appears. The Kalachakra teachings date back to around the 10th century and were transmitted from the historical Buddha, Gautama, to King Suchandra of Shambhala. According to legend, King Suchandra traveled to India to receive the teachings directly from the Buddha, and upon returning, he established a lineage of enlightened rulers in Shambhala, who would protect the world's most sacred knowledge. Over time, the rulers of Shambhala would pass down the Kalachakra teachings, which became not only a path to personal liberation, but also a prophecy about the future. It is said that when the world falls into a state of chaos, suffering, and moral decay, a future king from Shambhala, known as the Kalki king, will emerge to restore balance and lead humanity to a golden age of peace and harmony. For more details on Kalachakra Tantra, please find the link below in the description. The symbolism of Shambhala as a hidden paradise. In the realm of mythology, Shambhala symbolizes much more than a hidden paradise. It embodies the human aspiration for spiritual awakening and a peaceful existence. The mystical kingdom represents the possibility of transcending worldly suffering and reaching a state of divine realization. Its hidden nature alludes to the fact that enlightenment is not easily found. It requires inner discipline, wisdom, and devotion. Many Tibetan lamas and teachers emphasize that Shambhala is not to be understood merely as a physical place, but as an inner experience of awakening. Just as Shambhala is said to be hidden from the uninitiated, so too is the path to enlightenment hidden from those who remain distracted by worldly desires. Shambhala represents the journey of turning inward, seeking purity, and realizing one's own innate potential for enlightenment. In this sense, Shambhala becomes a metaphor for the highest spiritual goals. To find Shambhala is to discover peace, wisdom, and harmony within oneself, even amidst the chaos of the outer world. Global fascination with Shambhala. The legend of Shambhala has not only captivated the imagination of Tibetan Buddhists, but also attracted global interest from explorers, scholars, and mystics over the centuries. Stories of this hidden kingdom inspired explorers to search for its location, particularly during the 19th and 20th centuries. Some believed it to be in Tibet, others in the mountains of Mongolia, and yet others speculated about its location in the remote valleys of the Himalayas. During the era of European exploration in Central Asia, figures like the Russian mystic Nicholas Rurik became famous for their expeditions in search of Shambhala. Rurik, in particular, viewed Shambhala not only as a hidden kingdom, but also as a symbol of global peace and unity. His fascination with the mystical realm led to the promotion of Shambhala as a universal concept of peace and spiritual wisdom that transcends all cultures and borders. Similarly, in the modern era, the teachings of Shambhala have expanded beyond the confines of Tibetan Buddhism, influencing New Age movements and spiritual practices worldwide. The Shambhala Buddhist tradition, founded by Chogyam Trungpa Rinpoche, a Tibetan teacher, focuses on bringing the principles of Shambhala to everyday life. Trungpa's teachings emphasize that the wisdom and compassion symbolized by Shambhala can be realized by anyone, regardless of religious background. Shambhala as a metaphor for spiritual awakening. Shambhala's enduring appeal lies in its power as a metaphor for spiritual awakening. It signifies the possibility of transcending the material world and achieving a state of ultimate peace and enlightenment. The path to Shambhala, as taught in Tibetan Buddhism, requires mindfulness, self-discipline, and compassion. The hidden kingdom is not something that can be discovered externally, but through profound personal transformation. In the Kalachakra teachings, the path to Shambhala involves purifying the mind and cultivating virtues that transcend ego and materialism. Those who seek Shambhala must overcome the distractions of the world and focus on inner growth. It's a journey of recognizing that the paradise of Shambhala exists not as a faraway kingdom, but as an attainable state of consciousness. The prophecy of the future Shambhala king, the Kalki, reflects this. The Kalki king represents the emergence of wisdom and enlightenment in a world filled with suffering and darkness. This prophecy not only symbolizes the hope for a better future, but also serves as a reminder that each person has the potential to embody the qualities of the Kalki by pursuing the path of compassion, wisdom, and spiritual growth. Shambhala is far more than just a mythical kingdom or a hidden paradise. It is a profound symbol of hope, peace, and spiritual awakening. Its roots in the Kalachakra Tantra highlight its importance in Tibetan Buddhism, where it represents the ultimate aspiration for personal enlightenment and global harmony. Throughout history, the allure of Shambhala has captured the minds and hearts of explorers, mystics, and spiritual seekers across cultures. As we explore the teachings and legends surrounding Shambhala, we are reminded that its true essence lies not in a distant land, but within each of us. The journey to Shambhala is a journey of self-discovery, wisdom, and inner peace. And while the world may fall into periods of darkness and suffering, the promise of Shambhala offers hope that a future of compassion and enlightenment is always within reach.
Thank you for watching our channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. Support our channel for more facts videos.